Maya's badge doesn't scan the first time. She tries again. Red light. The security guard watches her too closely. Name, he asks. Maya Carter. Finance. He checks the screen. Pauses. Hold on. People walk past her. White badges beep green. Easy. Normal. Her phone buzzes. A calendar reminder. Performance review follow-up. 9:30 a.m. The guard tilts his head. You're late. I'm not, Maya says. Her voice stays even. He shrugs. System says otherwise. She breathes in. Smells burnt coffee and floor cleaner. Feels eyes on her back. Can you let me through? She asks. Before he answers, a sharp voice cuts in. There you are. Brad. Her boss. He smiles like this is a favor. Maya, my office. Now. Inside, the door closes too softly. Brad doesn't sit. We're making a small adjustment, he says. She waits. Your pay, he adds. 10% reduction. Her chest tightens. That doesn't make sense, Maya says. You approved my raise last month. Brad folds his arms. Budgets change. Is this company-wide? He laughs once. Short. Cold. You should be careful, he says. People who push too hard don't last here. Maya looks at the paper he slides across the desk. Salary adjustment, effective immediately. Her name is already signed. She looks up. Who approved this? Brad leans closer. I did. And that's when someone knocks. Brad's office smells like citrus cleaner and control. Maya stands. He sits. That's the first thing. You can sit, he says like a gift. She doesn't. He looks at his screen. Not at her. We're adjusting compensation, Brad says. Maya waits. Her hands stay still. Her jaw tightens. 10%, he adds. Effective today. The words land heavy. She feels them before she understands them. That's not possible, she says. My review was solid, Brad cuts in. Yes. This isn't about performance. She blinks. Then what is it about? He leans back. Smiles. Fit. Silence stretches. Fit how? She asks. Brad taps his pen. Slow. Loud. You ask a lot of questions. Maya nods once. That's my job. It becomes a problem, he says, when it disrupts harmony. Harmony for who? He finally looks at her. That tone, Brad says. Right there. She feels heat rise in her chest. Keeps her voice level. Is this happening to anyone else? Brad laughs softly. You always think it's about race. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. He slides a paper across the desk. Already printed. Already signed. Her name at the top. His at the bottom. Sign, he says. She reads it. Once. Twice. This says I agreed, Maya says. Brad shrugs. It's standard. It's not, she says. His smile fades. You should be grateful, he says. Plenty of people would take your seat. She looks around the office. Framed awards. Team photos. All white faces. Did HR approve this? She asks. They don't need to. That's not policy. Brad stands. Now they're eye to eye. Policy is flexible, he says. You aren't. A knock breaks the moment. Brad opens the door. Lisa from HR peers in. Everything okay? She asks. Perfect, Brad says. Maya just needs clarity. Lisa smiles at Maya. Tight. Careful. Brad said budgets shifted, Lisa says. It happens. Only to me? Maya asks. Lisa's eyes flick to Brad. I don't have access to individual cases, Lisa says. Maya nods. Who does? Lisa hesitates. Finance leadership. Maya looks at Brad. That's you, she says. Brad folds his arms. Sign the form, he says. Or we escalate. Maya feels the words sink into her spine. Escalate how? She asks. Brad steps closer. Lowers his voice. Performance review. Attitude. Culture concerns. Her stomach drops. You're threatening me, she says. I'm advising you. Lisa shifts. Maybe take the day, she says. Process it. Maya looks at her. Would you take a pay cut without reason? She asks. Lisa doesn't answer. Brad slides the pen closer. End of day, he says. No signature means non-compliance. Maya picks up the paper. Her hands shake. Just a little. She thinks of rent. Her mother's medication. The raise she promised herself meant safety. She puts the paper down. I won't sign, she says. Brad's eyes harden. Careful, he says. You're not protected anymore. Her phone buzzes in her pocket. Unknown number. She looks at Brad. Protected by who? She asks. Brad smiles again. No one, he says. And that's when Maya knows. This isn't a mistake. It's a warning. HR smells like lavender and denial. Maya sits across from Lisa again. Same smile. Same posture. Hands folded like nothing sharp has ever passed through them. I just need clarity, Maya says. In writing. Lisa nods slowly. We understand your concern. Concern. Not complaint. My pay was cut without notice, Maya says. Without approval. Lisa tilts her head. Brad explained the situation. Brad is the situation. Lisa exhales. This isn't personal. Maya leans forward. Then explain why it only happened to me. Lisa's smile tightens. Compensation decisions are complex. That's not an answer. It's the only one I can give. Maya feels the wall. Smooth. Polished. Impossible to climb. Who else reviewed it? Maya asks. Lisa looks at her screen. Types nothing. Finance leadership, she says. That's still Brad. Lisa nods once. Then you should address it with him. I did. And he threatened me. Lisa's eyes flick up. Just for a second. Threatened how? She asks. Maya chooses her words carefully. He implied retaliation. Lisa types. Slowly. I'll note that you felt threatened, she says. Felt. Can I file a formal complaint? Maya asks. Lisa hesitates. You can submit a concern. What's the difference? Lisa smiles again. Language. Maya leaves HR with nothing but a case number that doesn't promise anything. Back at her desk, the air feels heavier. Emails stop coming. Meetings disappear from her calendar. Her name is removed from a shared document she built. She looks around. No one meets her eyes. At lunch, she sits alone. Again, a coworker, Jenna, passes by. Slows down. Hey, Jenna says quietly. Hey. Jenna lowers her voice. You didn't hear this from me. Maya waits. He's done this before. Maya's chest tightens. Done what? Cut pay. Quietly. Usually after someone pushes back. Who? Jenna looks around. Marcus. Dina. Both gone now. Were they black? Jenna doesn't answer. That's the answer. That afternoon, Maya opens old payroll files. One she still has access to. Patterns form fast. 3 names. Same department. Same timing. Budget adjustment. Performance neutral. All challenged Brad. All black. Her phone buzzes. A calendar invite appears. Meeting, performance alignment tomorrow, 8 a.m. required. No agenda. Her heart races. She forwards herself the files. Backs them up twice. At 5:47 p.m., an email hits her inbox. From, compliance subject, inquiry status. She opens it. After review, no violation was found. No explanation. No contact name. Just closed. Maya stares at the screen. They didn't investigate. They dismissed. She feels something crack. Not loud. Deep. On her way out, security stops her again. Badge, the guard says. She hands it over. He scans it. Frowns. System glitch, he mutters. Again. She watches employees walk past her. Unstopped. Unquestioned. Outside, the sky is already dark. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. Same as yesterday. She answers. Ms. Carter, a man says. Calm. Measured. Yes. My name is Daniel Reyes. I'm a journalist. Her pulse spikes. I received information about payroll irregularities at your company. Silence stretches. I don't know what you're talking about, Maya says. I think you do, he says. And I think they're watching you. Her stomach drops. How did you get my number? She asks. You're not as alone as they want you to feel, he says. The line goes dead. Maya looks back at the building. Lights on. Watching. Her phone buzzes again. This time it's Brad. Brad, tomorrow. Bring documentation. This won't go your way. Maya locks her phone. Her hands are shaking now. Paper walls everywhere. And no exit in sight. Maya feels it before she sees it. Eyes. Not one pair. Several. She walks through the lobby, badge tight in her hand. The guard doesn't stop her this time. He watches. Writes something on a clipboard. Doesn't look away. Her phone buzzes. Brad, conference room B. Now. No invite. No context. She turns the corner. Two co-workers stop talking mid-sentence. One pretends to check a printer. The other stares at the floor. Watched. Conference room B is cold. The lights hum. Brad sits at the head of the table. Lisa from HR is there again. Another man too. Older. Gray suit. No introduction. Maya, Brad says. Sit. She does. The man in the suit folds his hands. This is an informal check-in. About what? Maya asks. Conduct, Brad says. Lisa nods. We've received concerns. Maya's chest tightens. From who? Brad leans back. Multiple sources. Name one. Silence. The man clears his throat. You've been difficult. Maya looks at him. Define difficult. Questioning decisions, Brad says. Creating tension. By asking for policy? Maya says. Lisa cuts in. It's about tone. There it is again. My tone. Maya asks. Brad sighs. You come off hostile. Maya feels heat crawl up her neck. She keeps her voice slow. I've never raised my voice. Hostility isn't volume, Brad says. It's attitude. So being calm is aggressive now. Maya asks. The man shifts. Let's not escalate. You already did, Maya says. Brad's jaw tightens. We're documenting this, he says. For your file. For what? Maya asks. Defending myself? For pattern behavior, Brad says. Pattern. The word hangs heavy. Am I being disciplined? Maya asks. Not yet, Brad says. Consider this guidance. Lisa slides a paper toward her. Notes. Vague. Dangerous. Maya doesn't touch it. I want a copy, she says. Brad smiles. Of course. She stands. Are we done? Brad stands too. One more thing. He lowers his voice. Security flagged unusual data access. Maya freezes. What access? She asks. Payroll records, Brad says. That's my job. Not historical files, he says. Her heart pounds. Are you accusing me of something? She asks. Brad tilts his head. I'm advising caution. Maya leaves without another word. Back at her desk, her computer locks. Access denied. She stares at the screen. Watched. Her phone buzzes again. Daniel Reyes. Daniel, they're moving fast. She types back. Maya, they're accusing me. Daniel, they always do. She glances up. Brad's office door is open. He's on the phone. Watching her. At lunch, she doesn't eat. She scrolls through old messages. Marcus. Dina. Both warned her once. Both gone. She opens her bag. Checks the flash drive. Still there. Her phone rings. Unknown internal number. She answers. This is facilities, a voice says. We need to inspect your desk. Why? Maya asks. Routine. Two men arrive. They don't look at her. They open drawers. Touch her things. One picks up her notebook. What's this? He asks. Work notes, she says. He flips pages. Stops. Looks at Brad across the room. Brad nods once. The man puts the notebook back. We're done, he says. They leave. Maya's hands shake now. Not from fear. From anger. At 3:12 p.m., an email hits her inbox. Subject, performance review update. She opens it. Due to recent concerns, your role is under review. Further action pending. No signature. No appeal. Her phone buzzes again. Daniel. If you're scared, that's normal. She types. Maya, I'm not scared. I'm trapped. A pause. Then his reply. Daniel, not if you have proof. She looks at the flash drive. At Brad's door. At the cameras. Watched. Her computer unlocks suddenly. A new email appears. Meeting, compliance review tomorrow, 8 a.m. mandatory. Closed session. Her stomach drops. She knows what this is. Not review. Removal. She packs her bag slowly. As she stands, Brad steps out of his office. Big day tomorrow, he says. She meets his eyes. For who? She asks. Brad smiles. Thin. Confident. For you, he says. Maya walks past him. Watched. Cornered. But not empty-handed. Maya doesn't sleep. She lies on her couch, laptop open, lights off. The city hums outside. Sirens far away. Too close. Her phone rests on her chest. Silent now. She opens the files again. Payroll adjustments. Approval chains. Time stamps. Brad's name repeats like a stain. She whispers the dates out loud. Grounds herself. March. June. October. Same pattern. Same language. Budget realignment. Performance neutral. Manager discretion. She opens Marcus's old email. Reads it again. If they touch your pay, save everything. She didn't understand then. Now she does. Her phone buzzes. Her mother. Maya, her mother asks. Tired. Worried. I'm okay, Maya says. You don't sound okay. I will be. A pause. Did something happen at work? Her mother asks. Maya looks at the ceiling. They're trying to push me out, she says. Her mother sighs. Long familiar. You worked so hard, she says. Don't let them take that from you. I won't, Maya says. She hopes it's true. After the call, she opens a new folder. Names. Dates. Screenshots. She adds her own. Salary cut. No approval. Retaliation. She saves everything to the flash drive. Twice. Her phone lights up. Daniel Reyes. Daniel, they scheduled the meeting. Maya, tomorrow. Daniel, closed session? Maya, yes. A pause. Daniel, that's not compliance. That's containment. Her chest tightens. Maya, what do I do? 3 dots appear. Disappear. Then, Daniel, you walk in prepared. Or you don't walk out. The words hit hard. At dawn, Maya dresses slowly. Neutral colors. Professional. Careful. She looks at herself in the mirror. Tired eyes. Straight back. She slips the flash drive into her jacket pocket. At work, the air feels sharp. People avoid her. Brad doesn't look at her. At 7:58 a.m., an assistant leads her down a hallway she's never used. No windows. Thick doors. Conference room C. Inside Brad. Lisa. 2 executives she's never met. And a man with a legal pad. No smiles. Maya Carter, the man says. This is an internal review. About what? Maya asks. Brad answers. Your conduct. She sits. We've noticed concerning behavior, the man says. Define concerning, Maya says. Unauthorized access, Brad says. To files I'm cleared for, Maya says. Historical data, Brad says. That's my role, she says. Lisa clears her throat. This isn't about role, Lisa says. It's about trust. Maya nods slowly. Is this because I asked why my pay was cut? Maya asks. Brad doesn't answer. One executive shifts. Let's stay focused. On what? Maya asks. The man with the legal pad speaks. You've been described as combative. Maya laughs once. Stops herself. By who? She asks. Brad leans forward. Multiple sources. Name one. Silence again. Maya feels it now. The pressure. The trap. They aren't here to listen. They're here to record her breaking. She breathes in. Am I being disciplined? She asks. Not yet, Brad says. But this could escalate. There it is again. Escalate to what? Maya asks. The executive avoids her eyes. Termination. The word drops like glass. For what? Maya asks. Brad shrugs. Fit. Culture. Risk. Maya reaches into her pocket. Before this goes further, she says, I want to submit documentation. Brad stiffens. That won't be necessary. It is, Maya says. She places the flash drive on the table. The room goes quiet. What's that? The legal pad man asks. Records, Maya says. Payroll. Approvals. Patterns. Brad's jaw tightens. This meeting isn't about the company, he says. It's about you. It became about the company when you broke policy, Maya says. Lisa looks at Brad. Nervous now. The executive frowns. We'll review later. No, Maya says. Her voice shakes. She steadies it. Now. Brad stands. This is inappropriate, he says. You're crossing a line. Maya stands too. You crossed it first. Silence. Heavy. Dangerous. The executive sighs. We'll adjourn. Brad turns to Maya. Low voice. You just made this worse, he says. Maya meets his eyes. No, she says. I made it real. As she leaves the room, her phone buzzes. Unknown number. She answers. This is corporate finance, a woman's voice says. Calm. Controlled. We need to talk. Maya stops walking. About what? She asks. A pause. Brad, the woman says. Maya's heart races. When? Maya asks. Soon, the woman says. Very soon. The line goes dead. Maya stands in the hallway. The walls feel closer now. But for the first time, someone else is watching Brad. The room feels smaller this time. Same table. Same chairs. Different weight. Maya sits alone at first. Her hands rest flat on the surface. She focuses on breathing. Slow. Even. The door opens. Brad walks in like he owns the air. Behind him, Lisa. The two executives. The man with the legal pad. No greetings. No small talk. This is a continuation, the man says. Of the internal review. Maya nods once. Says nothing. Brad sits. Smiles. Controlled. Ready. We've reviewed preliminary information, the man says. Whose information? Maya asks. Brad cuts in. Let him finish. Maya looks at Brad. Calm. Steady. I'm listening, she says. The executive clears his throat. There are concerns about your behavior. Again. Specifically, the man says, your access to sensitive records. Maya leans forward. Records I'm authorized to access. Authorization doesn't equal permission, Brad says. That's not how policy works, Maya says. Brad spreads his hands. Policy adapts. There it is again. Did you alter payroll? The man asks. No, Maya says. I reviewed it. Why? Because my pay was cut without approval. Brad shakes his head slowly. We've been over this. No, Maya says. You avoided it. Lisa shifts. Maya, this tone is professional, Maya says. I'm answering questions. The executive sighs. Let's lower the temperature. Maya looks around the room. I want this noted, she says. I'm being disciplined for asking why my pay was cut. Brad laughs softly. No one is disciplining you. Then why am I here? Maya asks. Silence. The man with the legal pad looks uncomfortable. We're assessing risk. Risk to who? Maya asks. Brad answers quickly. The company. Maya nods. Then let's talk about the company. Brad's smile tightens. She reaches into her bag. This is a timeline, Maya says, sliding printed pages onto the table. Every salary adjustment Brad approved without clearance. Brad's chair scrapes back. This is confidential, he snaps. So is my salary, Maya says. Lisa looks at the pages. Her face drains. The executive leans forward. Where did you get this? Company systems, Maya says. The same ones Brad used. Brad stands. This is misconduct, he says. She's manipulating data. Is it manipulated? Maya asks. Or documented? The room goes quiet. Brad turns to the executive. You're letting her derail this. Maya stands too. Slowly. I'm answering your questions, she says. With proof. The man with the legal pad swallows. These approvals don't exist, Maya finishes. Because they were never requested. Brad slams his hand on the table. That's enough, he says. This meeting is over. The executive hesitates. Brad. She's unstable, Brad says. This obsession, this narrative. Maya feels it then. The shift. Not subtle. Not quiet. Danger. Careful, Maya says. That's defamation. Brad turns to her. Eyes hard. You want to talk danger? He says. You're one complaint away from termination. The room freezes. Lisa whispers, Brad. He ignores her. Maya's voice stays level. Is that a threat? Brad smiles. It's guidance. The door opens. A woman steps in. Tailored suit. Calm eyes. No badge. No rush. Everyone turns. Brad's face changes first. Confusion. Then recognition. The woman looks at Maya. Ms. Carter, she asks. Maya nods. Yes. The woman turns to the room. I'm sorry to interrupt, she says. This meeting should have included my office. Brad stands quickly. There's been a misunderstanding. The woman raises a hand. I'm here about payroll irregularities, she says. Silence. She sets a folder on the table. Thick. Unauthorized salary reductions, she continues. Retaliation indicators. Brad doesn't speak. The executive stares at the folder. Lisa's hands shake. The woman looks directly at Brad. Mr. Hale, she says. We need to talk. Brad swallows. Who are you? The man with the legal pad asks. The woman meets his eyes. Chief Financial Officer, she says. The room stops breathing. Brad sits down slowly. Too slowly. Maya's heart pounds. The CFO turns back to her. Ms. Carter, she says. Thank you for documenting what others ignored. Brad's voice cracks. This is unnecessary. The CFO doesn't look at him. Actually, she says, it's overdue. Security appears at the door. The CFO gestures toward Brad. Please remain available, she says. This isn't finished. Brad looks at Maya. For the first time. Fear. The CFO closes the folder. We'll continue, she says. Just not on Brad's terms. No one speaks. The room feels suspended, like a breath held too long. The CFO sits. Not at the head of the table. That's the difference. Power doesn't rush for the center. It waits. Let's reset, she says calmly. Brad doesn't move. Security stands by the door. Silent. Still. This meeting is now under financial audit, the CFO says. Anything said will be documented. Brad clears his throat. There's been confusion. The CFO looks at him for the first time. Confusion requires uncertainty, she says. This was deliberate. Brad laughs. Too fast. That's a serious accusation. So is retaliation, she says. Maya watches Brad's hands. They're shaking. The CFO opens the folder. 3 years, she says. 9 salary reductions. No approval trail. She turns a page. 7 of them followed internal complaints. Another page. All involved black employees. Silence lands heavy. The executive shifts. We weren't aware. That's not a defense, the CFO says. It's a failure. Brad leans forward. This paints an incomplete picture. Then complete it, she says. Explain why Ms. Carter's pay was cut. Brad looks at Maya. Hard. She's disruptive, he says. Creates tension. The CFO doesn't react. Translate, she says. Brad frowns. She challenges leadership. Good, the CFO says. That's called governance. Brad's face reddens. She accessed data without permission. She accessed data she manages, the CFO says. I checked. Lisa swallows. The CFO turns to her. Did HR approve the reduction? Lisa shakes her head. No. Did HR investigate the complaint? Lisa hesitates. We logged it. Investigated, the CFO repeats. Lisa looks down. No. The CFO nods once. Document that, she says. The man with the legal pad scribbles fast. Brad stands abruptly. This is unfair, he says. You're taking her side. The CFO looks up slowly. I'm taking the truth side. Brad's voice rises. She's manipulating narratives. Playing victim. Maya feels the word hit her chest. Victim. She opens her mouth. But the CFO raises a hand. Ms. Carter, she says. You don't need to defend yourself. Brad freezes. The CFO turns back to him. You didn't expect oversight, she says. You expected silence. Brad scoffs. This is overreach. No, she says. This is consequence. She closes the folder. Effective immediately, she says. Mr. Hale is relieved of managerial authority. The words echo. Brad laughs. A hollow sound. You can't. Security steps forward. You'll remain available for questioning, the CFO says. Badge. Devices. Brad's eyes dart around the room. No one meets them. Not the executives. Not Lisa. Not even the man with the legal pad. Brad looks at Maya again. Something breaks. This isn't over, he says. The CFO answers for her. It is for you. Security escorts Brad out. The door closes. The sound is final. The CFO exhales. Not relief. Control. She turns to the executives. This company has a pattern problem, she says. And it tolerated it. The executive nods. What happens now? A full audit, she says. And accountability. She looks at Maya. Ms. Carter, she says. Your salary will be restored. With back pay. Maya blinks. And damages, the CFO adds. Pending legal review. Maya's hands tremble. She presses them together. I didn't want this, Maya says quietly. The CFO studies her. Of course you didn't, she says. No one wants to fight just to exist. Maya swallows. The CFO stands. This meeting is adjourned, she says. But this process isn't. As people file out, the CFO stays behind. Just her and Maya now. You were brave, the CFO says. I was scared, Maya says. The CFO nods. Those aren't opposites. She hands Maya a card. If anyone pressures you, she says, call me. Maya takes it. As the CFO leaves, Maya sits alone. The room feels different now. Not safe, but open. Her phone buzzes. Daniel Reyes. Daniel, I heard. Maya types back. Maya, it's not over. A pause. Then, Daniel, it never is. Maya looks at the empty chair Brad used to fill. Justice didn't arrive loud. It arrived precise. And it came with a cost. The building feels quieter after Brad leaves. Not peaceful. Cautious. Maya notices it in the pauses. In the way people stop mid-sentence when she walks by. In the smiles that don't reach eyes. Justice has a sound. It's discomfort. Her email inbox fills fast. Finance, salary correction processed. HR, please schedule a wellness check-in. Legal, preservation notice attached. Each message lands heavy. Her pay is back. The numbers prove it. But something else is gone. At lunch, Jenna sits across from her. Hesitant. I'm glad you're okay, Jenna says. Maya nods. I don't know if I am. Jenna looks down. People are scared. Of what? Maya asks. Of being next, Jenna says. Maya thinks of Marcus. Dina. Names no one says out loud. Fear kept this going, Maya says. Jenna nods. Silence too. That afternoon, HR calls her in. Different room. New faces. A woman speaks softly. We're sorry for your experience. Maya watches her mouth move. Sorry doesn't rewind months of pressure. Brad is under investigation, the woman continues. So are several policies. Maya leans forward. What about the people he hurt before me? The woman pauses. We're reaching out. Not we did. We're reaching out. Maya signs nothing. That night, she goes home exhausted. She sits on the floor, back against the couch. Her hands shake now that no one is watching. She cries once. Hard. Quiet. The kind of cry that comes late. Her phone buzzes. Daniel. Daniel, they're asking questions. Maya, about me? Daniel, about the system. She closes her eyes. That's good, she whispers to no one. The article runs 2 days later. No names. Just facts. Internal audit reveals pattern of discriminatory pay practices. The comments are mixed. Some believe it. Some don't. Her name trends at work. People look at her differently now. Like she broke something fragile. At a staff meeting, an executive speaks. We are committed to change. The words float. Empty. Afterward, a young analyst stops Maya. Thank you, he says quietly. I didn't think anyone would push back. Maya studies his face. Nervous. Hopeful. Be careful, she says. He nods. I will. That's when she understands the cost. She won. But she's marked. Not officially. Socially. The CFO calls her that evening. How are you holding up? She asks. Maya considers the truth. I feel tired, she says. That's honest, the CFO replies. We're offering you options, she adds. Transfer. Promotion. Exit package. Maya looks around her apartment. Her life doesn't feel flexible right now. I need time, Maya says. Take it, the CFO says. Whatever you choose, this mattered. The call ends. Maya stands by the window. City lights blink back. Justice didn't heal everything. It exposed it. Her phone buzzes again. Her mother. They said you were brave on the news, her mother says. Maya smiles faintly. I was scared, Maya says. Her mother laughs softly. That's usually how it starts. Maya hangs up. She opens her laptop. A blank document. She starts typing. Not for the company. For herself. Names. Dates. Truth. Because winning didn't erase the damage. It just proved it was real. And now, she has to decide what comes next. Maya hands in her decision on a Tuesday. No meeting. No speech. Just an email. She reads it twice before sending. I'm declining the transfer and promotion. I'm resigning effective 2 weeks from today. Her finger hovers. Then she clicks send. The reply comes faster than she expects. From the CFO. Understood. Your terms will be honored. Thank you for what you forced us to confront. Forced. Maya exhales. The word fits. Her last days move slowly. People are kinder now. Too kind. Doors open. Voices soften. Apologies appear where silence used to live. It doesn't feel like progress. It feels like guilt. On her final Friday, Jenna hugs her. I wish you were staying, Jenna says. Maya nods. So do I. She doesn't explain that staying would cost her something she can't afford anymore. At her desk, she packs carefully. Notebook. Flash drive. Photo of her mother. The office looks the same, but she doesn't. As she walks out, the security guard nods. No scan. No delay. Outside, the air feels different. Lighter. Sharper. Her phone buzzes. Daniel. Daniel. The follow-up piece is running. Maya, what's the angle? Daniel. Accountability. Not just one man. Maya smiles once. That matters, she says out loud. The article lands hard. Policies change. Audits expand. 2 managers quietly leave. It's not a revolution, but it's movement. Weeks later, Maya sits in a cafe. Sunlight through glass. Noise. Life. She interviews for a new role. The manager across from her listens. Actually listens. We value people who ask hard questions, he says. Maya pauses. That hasn't always been safe for me, she says. He nods. It should be. She believes him. Cautiously. That night she walks home. Her steps are steady. The city doesn't know her story, but it feels like it does. Her phone buzzes again. Unknown number. She hesitates. Answers. Ms. Carter, a woman says. I heard what you did. Silence. I'm dealing with something similar, the woman continues. Can we talk? Maya closes her eyes. Yes, she says. We can. She ends the call and keeps walking. Justice didn't fix everything. It didn't protect everyone. But it cracked something open. And cracks let light in. Maya stops at the corner. The traffic light changes. She crosses. Still standing. Not untouched. But unbroken. And for the first time, not alone.